young Matt Teen recently when he beat Angry Bird.
Right.
It hurt me seeing his tweet. And this is the fact of the FGC shit, bro. Remember, I used to complain this shit about you when I competed. And I'm so glad I don't compete no more because that's the only shit that pissed me off like this. You see, I'm mad. Because he beat Angry Bird, and now what does it mean, Brian? And I know you don't care. I know you think fuck them. But for me, I understand why he mad. Oh, Street Fighter 6 is trash. So if it's online,
yeah, but that's part of the game.
Bruh, if
and
it's
the thing
online,
is, like, I don't. It's not that I don't care. It's just that this is what happens, and I went through the same thing. You don't think for me after final round? You know, I almost beat Momochi. I go to Combo Breaker. I beat ass at Combo Breaker. I beat NL. I beat Filipino champ. I beat who else did I beat? I beat Sako twice. I beat XYZ. I massacred that bracket. Like I cooked a lot of dudes in that bracket, and that was my first big breakup performance. And what is the buzz? It's not this guy who's been grinding in the scene for years finally goes to tournaments and has a big result, and you know he's been a member of the community for a long time, streaming. I've been like participating, putting out tech videos, positive contributions, and it's not you finally, congratulations, you had a breakup performance. It's what the fuck is this guy with Lego Man hair carried by Balrog? You know, it's like some of it was funny. I was getting roasted, but it's like, you know, and in that moment, did it totally hurt a little bit, but also I understood like that's how it is. Balrog was, and I'll admit, very busted.
So
like,
what?
but that's the game. Like, it's also you pick the tools that are available.
Okay, if Daigo was winning with Balrog, would they say that? No. So that's the way the shit go. So it's biased.
Okay. There's nuance there. There's nuance there.
Right.
There's nuance
so my
there.
point is, it's an issue with the FGC
was
in general.
busted.
He was broken, but regardless, it's an issue with the FGC in general where if a motherfucker win, if it's not who you want to win, then it's an issue with them winning. Kev is winning right now.
Right.
Well, Rashid is busted, ain't he? So do he get credit or? But anyway, I don't want to stick on that too long. Either way.
Yeah. No, but I think it's an interesting topic because I do think there's nuance.
I love competing.
That I wish didn't affect you because I think that's just the noise as part of the game, and I think that will always exist. And I think as a competitor, I don't think people should engage in that and should be understanding and sympathetic in that way because it can lead to these negative experiences where people go, "Fuck it, why am I even participating?" So I see both sides. I wish the community wasn't that antagonistic to seeing upsets happen and things of that nature. But also as a competitor, I also feel like you have to buckle down and just say whatever, let it slide off you, and then become undeniable. You know what I mean? It's a two-way street.
That's why I popped off on 1,000 motherfuckers a day. So you see, I was beating ass and taking names, money match, whatever we want to do. But I didn't stop competing because of that, though. I stopped competing for other reasons.
Right.
I didn't stop competing for that. But
to
the, no, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, the other thing with the young Matt Teen thing is, I do think there's a conversation to be had there, and in general about state of game, state of format, whatever. There is a conversation to be had, but it's all about, as a community, nurturing what's best for the competitive scene, the players, and context, right? That's a young, literally teenager, having the biggest win of his life so far against a well-respected Evo champion who, you know, people love Angry Bird, and it plays the same character. He probably idolizes him to a degree and probably respects his gameplay ultimately. That's a life. It should be a positive memory for life for that person. So with social media, it can be turned into something negative quick. And I think that contextually, as a community, we should be mindful of. Like, don't immediately turn this into a discussion point in 0.01 seconds. Wow, this game's trash. Wow, this is so random. You know what I mean? Like,
I get the conversation, but
nuance.
Yes, yeah. And I think that's another thing too is that I don't like the fact that there is because there is legitimate conversation to be had about the young Matt Teen win or Marine beating Problem X. You know, that started all. Shout out to Marine, but that started all this conversation. I understand the conversations. I guess this is one of the things that I didn't like as far as competitively. You know, I was very competitive and good at it, but if a boxer, if Floyd Mayweather fought against you and you knocked him out in the boxing ring, nobody is gonna say, "Oh, well, that was because the glove was," because it's boxing. It's a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who won, and that's it. It's an upset. I don't know if he'll win the rematch, but it's he knocked his ass out. in fighting games, because
You sure about that?
I'm a huge fight fan. The fighter will make an excuse, but no, bro. Ryan Garcia, I know, not to get specific, but he just knocked Devin Haney ass out, and he was on steroids.
Twitter, fanboys make excuses for everything. They'll reason away
but not
every win.
But I think there's less,
if it's not.
You're right, but
I follow. People hate on LeBron James, bro. I follow.
True.
I got sucked into NBA Twitter. I don't even watch basketball, dude. I follow NBA Twitter because it's so fucking hilarious how delusional people are. Some of them are in on the joke, and they're just like they're trolling, schizo posting for fun. But then other people believe it.
But I think in competitive gaming, there's more legitimate reasoning. Right. Like where I get
the door for doubt has been popped open, and once you open that floodgate, you can't close it. And we're at the whims and mercies of developers. Things change very quickly, and we're not as established. So
it's
these conversations are both more relevant and also possibly destructive. That's the thing. That's why I feel like we need nuance as a community when discussing these things.
Yes.
Don't tear people down who we should be supporting in the process.
Yes.
Because I care about these things. I care about the format. I do think there's issues with the gameplay to a small degree, but also the formats.
I will make changes too.
For sustainability. Yeah. But that's not, at the same time, I'm still going to celebrate big wins in people's careers, right? I think that's just something that the community should be better at.